Good morning. Good morning. So, I'm going to do this live. And we are going to make some ranch dressing this morning because I did this yesterday and it turned out so good. And I just want to let you know that this request came from the ladies out of the 21-day transformation program. So, the biggest hang up I've had over the last few years has just been salad dressing. And just so you know, every single salad dressing out there, whether it says organic or non-GMO, is all garbage. There is nothing in any of them. I did my due diligence of research all this week. I've been putting it off on the back burner for so long. I put it off so far that I quit eating salads because the salad dressings were so bad. There's nothing natural about any of the ingredients in them. So that being said, yesterday, per the request of the ladies out of the 21-day transformation group, I said I will figure out how to make, and they had three dressings. They had ranch, which seemed to be the number one. Number two is probably my favorite, Caesar salad dressing, which I'm gonna, after this video, I'm going to work on that one. And then Italian dressing, which is by far the simplest one to make. But ranch dressing I knew was going to be a challenge because even when you get the Hidden Valley ranch dressing packets on the back, like, it's all full of preservatives and additives and words you can't pronounce. And if you can't pronounce it, then it is going to be something your body can't process properly. And when your body can't process real food, it defaults to storing it as fat. And that's exactly why you can eat organic food, including organic mayonnaise, and still gain weight. Because your body defaults foreign entities into your body as fat. And that's just how it is. Your body's either burnt, your body does two things. Burns fat or stores fat. And when we add in all the other crap, it stores everything's fat. So anyway, this morning I'm going to show you quickly how to make mayo because this recipe requires mayo. And yesterday I forgot to buy mayo, and I have like 2 recommendations out there if you're going to buy mayo. One of them is the Kessinger bottle, Sir Kessington's. This one's outdated, so I just chucked it in the trash, but I dug it out. But this one I'm okay with if you guys need a mayo suggestion. Or, good morning, Mandy Miller. Or you can make your own, which is exactly what we're going to do right now because I tried this last year and it was a complete disaster. But yesterday it worked. So I don't know the difference. I think the difference might be I'm actually using a real blender instead of what I was using a year ago, which was one of those hand mixers that you just shove down in a cup. That really didn't seem to work. So we are going to use this blender and we're going to make the mayo, which the recipe for the ranch requires half a cup of mayo. But we're going to make it. We're going to make this thing so purely. This is going to have zero additives in it. And I've told the ladies, I'm like, listen, if you are looking for another good fat to break your fast with, you could eat this ranch dressing. And this would be perfect to break your fast because we're using avocado oil. We're using a free-range, hormone-free egg, cage-free. We're using organic lemons. Lemon will set your body's natural pH better back to where it was. We're going to use some spicy Dijon mustard. And then, of course, pink Himalayan salt, which in my opinion is the best salt you can put in your body because it actually comes from the ground. They mine this thing about 300 feet down in the Himalayan mountains. And if you are dehydrated or if you're losing electrolytes, if you threw some of this in your water, you're going to replenish your minerals naturally. And it's going to balance your body in a way that your body doesn't hiccup when it's continuing to burn fat. And then, of course, we're going to add in some organic garlic powder. So I'll get started on this recipe. If you like this kind of stuff, I have a 14-day program. Go to thehormonehack.com and check it out. I call it the Take Back program. That program totally sets your foundation for 14 days, and I come to you in email and a bunch of downloads and tell you exactly what to do. And then at that point, you can email me and ask me questions, and I can get you going. So head over there if you would like. So the first thing I'm going to do is crack this egg. I'm going to shove this egg into the blender. Just like that. And I use the whole egg. I know there's some mayo recipes, homemade mayo, where they just say to separate it. But this one, you're going to crack the whole egg and throw it in there. And then we are going to add I got my little thing here, a half a teaspoon of salt. So that's my teaspoon. Let me find my half teaspoon here. I had it earlier. I forgot to get it out. Whoops. Here's my half teaspoon. Half teaspoon of salt, pink Himalayan salt. Now mind you, this is going to yield half a cup of mayo, which is exactly what I need for the ranch dressing recipe. And then I need half a teaspoon of garlic powder, which I'll just leave this off. I don't know if you guys ever watch Instagram, but Jennifer Gardner has a Instagram like not so good cooking show or something where she goes into her kitchen and starts cooking, and she's, you know, not a professional chef, but she loves to cook, but she kind of does this thing. It's pretty good though, because the only difference is between my videos, like, you see what you see. Hey Tammy Burnett, you see what you see, but with hers I think somebody went in and edited out some of the stuff or skip ahead forward. So I got a half a teaspoon of the Dijon mustard. And then I'm going to squeeze a tablespoon of lemon. I'm going to cut my lemon, and I'm going to, I'll just squeeze it with my fingers. Sometimes I cut it at an angle and then I'll just squeeze it. So this is going to be the base of the mayo. Now I am going to run the blender, so I'm warning you now that I'm going to have to run it a little bit in order to get this going, but what I'm going to do is let you know that as this spins and it's blending, I'm going to put it on the liquefy setting. This is all going to mix up, and then I'm going to use avocado oil, which is by far the best oil in my opinion you can start putting in your food. This oil does not lose molecular structure like your canola and vegetable oil, and this is going to be the good oil that you want in your body because we use good fat to fight fat. So I'm going to start adding this in. The recipe says that you'll wind up using about a cup. I would say yesterday, to get the consistency that I want, I don't think I even used a cup. So I'm going to go until I like the texture, consistency of it, and then I'm going to stop. But I'm not going to pour it all in right away. I pour it in slowly. So I'm just kind of letting you know what's coming, and now you might want to plug your ears, and I'll do my best to keep the sound down on this microphone the best that I can. So here we go. I'm going to liquefy. So I'm liquefying this thing, and this can be messy, so you got to make sure that you keep this lid on. Once I start pouring this in now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be mindful because it'll even come out of this little hole I learned yesterday. So I'm going to be like pouring it in, watching it, and then soon, it won't take long, as that oil and egg yolk and everything comes together, it's going to fluff up. So be patient with me. I apologize again for the noise. Once we get through this, there's no more noise because the ranch dressing recipe is easy peasy after this process. So here we go. getting closer, so I gotta keep letting it spin. I'm going to take another look and see. It's getting there. Let's see here. I'm going to spin it a little bit more because I'm really close to it. Add a little bit more oil. Yes. Let her rip. I think we're close. Alright. I'm calling it good. This is my mayo. Now you put this in the fridge and chill it, it's going to solidify. Doo-doo-doo. Hi, Jenny. Wait. Yes. Dude, I'm making ranch dressing, Jenny. Alright, so I just made my own mayo. This is how you make your own mayo. If you have mayonnaise in your fridge, stand up, go get the label. You're going to read soybean oil, you're going to read vegetable oil, canola oil, you're going to read all kinds of like bentonite, phosphates, blah, 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 blah. All that does is gets into your body, it causes inflammation, it causes you to store fat because your body has now receptors in there that are not supposed to be in your body, and you disrupts all the communication to tell your body to burn fat. So anyway, I have just made organic, homemade mayo, and it smells freaking amazing. But this is the base for the ranch dressing. This made about a half a cup, which is what I needed. So I'm going to pour it out into my bowl right here. And even if you just wanted the mayo for your sandwiches or whatever you're going to do, how long did this take me? And I'm doing it live. Like, there's no, like, stop the video and, like, do an edit. I just did this live. I used 1 egg, an organic, hormone-free, cage-free egg. I used Himalayan salt. I used Dijon mustard, which, by the way, this one has, like, 1, 2, 3 ingredients. It has organic vinegar, water, mustard seed, and salt. I'm not a fan of the salt, but the salt's so little I can leverage it with everything else. And I used a tablespoon of real lemon, and then I used the best oil that you can put in your body, in my opinion, is avocado oil. So there you go. That's it. Homemade mayo all day long. Alright, I'm off my mayo kick. So now I've got to move this mayo to my bowl. This bowl here. So, I need a spoon. I need a big spoon. So this is the base of the salad dressing. So, let's see. So this is mayo, not ranch. Correct, Tammy. Tammy, this is mayo right now, but I needed this for the ranch recipe. And when I'm done with this video, I'll go back and I'll put the directions and instructions in the description so you'll have it. But this is mayo. The only reason I did this is because I don't have mayo, and I don't like the mayo that they have in the store because it's all garbage too. And if anyone wants to argue with me, that's fine. I like to argue. But mayo and salad dressings in the store are the absolute worst for you, ingredient-wise. But not this one. This one is the best for you. So here we go. I'm pouring it into my bowl. Like I said, once you would put this in the fridge, this will set up like regular mayonnaise, no problemo. No problemo. Okay. It is kind of a pain to get out of the blender, but I don't care. This is like the best thing I could put in my body. And if you follow anything that I do, as far as hacking food and hacking your health for fat loss, you could totally eat this and break your fast. I'm not even kidding. Okay. But again, like I said, if you guys like this kind of stuff, this is exactly what I talk about in all of my programs. And I have that 14-day take-back program. So go to thehormonehack.com and check it out. Okay. There's my mayo. Here's my mayo. All right. Now that we've got our base, we can move on with life. How long do I keep it? Okay, this mayo, Tammy, I don't know. I don't know because I just figured it out yesterday. So that being said, I imagine because we've taken out all of the preservatives in it that they use to store it, I imagine a week, a couple weeks, I'm not sure. But I like the fact that I know I can use the 1 egg and I can use, I didn't use a cup of oil. Maybe I did. I don't think I used a cup of oil. And I was able to make, I mean, this is what I could get out of it. But I mean, you could do several sandwiches with that. And this is going to make plenty of ranch dressing. So, all right. Now that we've got our mayo here, a half a cup of sour cream. I've already measured it. So, this is organic sour cream. Yes, you can buy organic sour cream. If you're not sure, if you're in Florida, this is the only one I could find. It's organic, USDA organic. However, if you don't have that, that's fine. When you look at your sour creams, here's a hint. Turn around the label and find the one with the least amount of ingredients, and that's the one that you want. Okay. Here comes the sour cream. 1/4 of a cup. Just got some on the floor. At this point, I'm going to be adding in all of the seasonings, which I'm going to tell you another secret. Okay. There's my sour cream. The only one that I'm chopping up, and I think it makes the world of difference, is the dried chives. It is the game changer on that taste of your ranch. So the first thing I'm going to do is the dried chives, which, by the way, you guys can buy these at Walmart. You guys all have a Walmart. I know that you do. So the easiest way to cut these up is to fold them. Like I folded them, like fold them, and then I cut them up, done. Like 2 seconds. Cuts it all up into small pieces. So here's my 2 teaspoons of dried chives. I already cut them up. That goes in. I probably put in a little bit more than 2 teaspoons because it tastes really good. Alright, and now we're going to do dried dill. Here's dill weed. All of my ingredients are organic. You can get all of these at Walmart. What am I doing here? 1/2 teaspoon. I need to clean my 1/2 teaspoon. And this. Where's my rag? There's my rag. Horizon Dew Organic Sour Cream 2. I believe so, Jenny. I believe so. Alright, so here's my 1/2 teaspoon of dill. Right here. This is organic dill weed. In. And then I've got parsley flakes, organic parsley flakes. All of these are 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. I've got seasonings everywhere. 1/2 teaspoon right there. Trying to put my stuff back together because I have a small kitchen. And if you're wondering why we have a small kitchen, it's because a year ago we sold everything and we decided we were going to full-time RV and get ourselves out of debt, which is exactly what we've done and been able to stay that way. And we love it. And I'm doing 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic powder. This is the organic. All of these I bought at Walmart. And it's the garlic. And then I need the onion powder, which is right here. This is 1/2 teaspoon also. Hi, Katie Lou. Katie Lou, I hope you had a happy birthday, Katie Lou. I know your birthday was last week. Half teaspoon of onion powder. You need a hack for donuts? Tammy, we can hack donuts. You just can't eat them every day. But we can hack donuts. And it's going to have to do with that oil right there. But we'll figure it out. I can hack donuts. Alright. And then I need 1/4 teaspoon of the Himalayan salt. I'm just going to use half of this. That's all I need. And then 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. Like that. Okay. Now I am going to stir all this up for now. The last ingredient that goes in this ranch dressing is buttermilk. I'm going to tell you a secret. Hey, Katie Lou. Do not go to the store and buy buttermilk. You guys are going to think like I am a naysayer on all the food in the store. But I'm a naysayer on additives and preservatives in the way that God made our food. And buttermilk is garbage too, the way they do it. You can make your own buttermilk. And I totally did it before I got on camera. And it's ready. By the way, this is looking like ranch dressing. Ranch dressing. Right there, people. Okay. The last ingredient is buttermilk. You take hormone-free milk, which I'll show you what mine looks like. Hang on. Horizon Jenny makes hormone-free milk, whole milk. Good morning, Aunt Leanne. Hi, Aunt Leanne. Hormone-free milk. You put it, the secret is to get a glass, like I have a glass made of glass. So I took a clean glass and I put it in my freezer for like 5 or 10 minutes just to get this cold. I dumped my milk in there. That's the milk. And then to make it buttermilk, all you do is you take lemon. Now you can use one or the other. I use both. I think it makes a better sour milk. But a tablespoon of this to about a cup of this. And just like a cap full of this apple cider vinegar. You put that in that frosty mug you put in the freezer with the milk. And you let it sit there for about 20 minutes. Buttermilk. Sour milk. This is going in here. Now what I learned about this yesterday is the recipe says 3/4 cup. I did 1/2 cup today because I didn't need all of it. So it needs to go in here, but you don't necessarily need all of it. You just make it so it's a good consistency and know that it's going to set up a little bit once you put it in the fridge. You can either serve this right away or you can serve this later on in the fridge. So I'm going to dump a little bit in and stir it up. Glad I did it over the sink. And guys, that's how you make homemade ranch dressing. And guess what? You don't have 20,000 ingredients in here in a Kraft bottle. Sorry, Kraft. But you make a crappy ranch dressing, even though it tastes good. But this tastes so fresh. I've had 2 people. I have a 3rd one today that's going to sample it. But between yesterday, there was 3 of us that ate this. And this tastes so fresh. You can't get this taste in the store. And it doesn't take that long to make. And honestly, I think I used 1/4 cup. Maybe a little bit more than 1/4 cup. Because I had 1/2 cup of sour milk in that. I'm not even going to use the whole thing. And I don't know if you can see this, but try to give you perspective. You have plenty of ranch dressing here to make several salads. And we just did it. I just did it live. I don't have a cooking show. I just did it live. I kind of figured it out yesterday. Yesterday would have been hilarious because my kitchen was completely... I had stuff everywhere. Like, I was a mess yesterday. I was a little bit better organized today. But that's only because I didn't know. And now that I know, we got ranch dressing. So guess who's eating salad today? Me. Alright. So that's it, guys. That's how you make homemade ranch dressing. It's not hard. And it doesn't take that long. And I guarantee you, everybody's got a kitchen bigger than my space. And if I can do this in this tiny space, I know you can do it where you live. So I just encourage you to try to just learn that not everything in the store that's convenient that way is good for you. It's not. In the long run, it causes more trouble than it's worth, because you're either going to find yourself, here's how it kind of works. You go to the doctor and you have an issue. Just say it's blood sugar, say it's high blood pressure, say it's cholesterol, something. Go to the doctor, they throw you on a med. They say, come back in 30 days, 45 days, whatever. You go back, and then all of a sudden you have another issue. Okay, so now I got this other issue. Now we do another prescription. It's like, by the time you run the gamut of just trying to get these health issues fixed, we could solve a lot of these just based on stuff like this. And the whole point is to let your body heal itself. When we have all those additives and preservatives in our bodies, it stops our bodies from allowing it to do what it was made to do. It can repair itself. It can heal itself. But I think the issue, a lot of the issues, we don't allow it. We don't give it the due time to change things like it's supposed to. So anyway, that's just my soapbox. I haven't seen the hormone-free milk. Good here. Tammy, that's okay. No. Tammy, Memory Lane. Memory Lane milk in the green cap. That's your milk. That is my all-time favorite milk. I miss that. I miss that food so much. I love that because they leave the cream on top and it's hormone-free. Memory Lane, you can get it at Price Chopper in Branson, but in Springfield you can get it at Price Cutter. And what's the one? The one across the street from Hy-Vee. You can also get it in Hy-Vee. Okay, Tammy, you can get it. Get the green cap Memory Lane, and at Hy-Vee there's another local farm that does the cream on top also. So there you go. All right, you guys. I'm going to clean up my mess. I'm going to put this ranch dressing up, and I'm going to be working on Caesar salad dressing off camera. And once I figure that one out, we will do a video on it too. So if you like this, share this. If you want to keep following my stuff, make sure you like my page. And I will be uploading this to YouTube. And if you are interested in the 14-day take back, go to thehormonehack.com. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Thank you for sticking with me.